we're going to go sign my life away. Yes, sir. First time home buyer. Let's go. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Maria Onadeko. I am a travel registered nurse and a licensed financial professional. Today I want to talk about something that's been a huge milestone in my life, buying my first house at a tender age of 25. I will be breaking down the entire process. I'll be sharing my personal experience and giving you some important do's and don'ts if you're looking to buy a house yourself. So let's dive right into it. The journey to buying a house was amazing. So let's start with how I even got to the point of buying a house. As a travel nurse, I was making pretty good money, but being on the road constantly means stability can be a little bit tricky. I knew I wanted to own a home and, start building equity, but it required some serious planning and discipline on my end. So first things first, I didn't rush into it. I took my time to understand the market. I saved up and, built my credit before making this big decision. And, these are the steps by step on how I did it if you're looking to do the same yourself, because I do recommend it.
About that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
The first thing you have to do is you need to save money. Hello, that's like obvious. One of the most important things I did was I saved aggressively, because as a travel nurse, I had the advantage of earning more than I would in a standard nursing role. Although, it's easy to fall into the trap of spending all this extra income that I was making. So I made a strict budget for myself. I was setting money aside for my down payment, my closing cost, my emergency fund, and I was able to really do what I needed to do. So here are some do's and don'ts. The first do, you need to start saving early, no matter what. You need to set up an automatic transfer to a separate savings account so that you're not tempted to spend it. And you need to aim for at least 20% of your income to go into a savings account. What you don't want to do is rely on loans for like your down payment, because you'll be in a better position when it's time for you to buy if you're not relying on loans. The second thing is building credit. I made sure that my credit score was in really good shape. I checked my credit report regularly. I paid off all of my debts, and I never missed any payment on any bills while I was, in the process of buying a house. Another thing is you need to pay attention to your credit score. You need to get a free credit report from like the credit report, the bureaus, and fix any errors and issues. I saw that I had a medical debt that was just there. I didn't even know about it. So yeah, you need to make sure that you pay attention to those things, and whatever you need to do to get it taken away, take it out. Pay for someone to get it taken. Whatever you need to do, you need to do it. What you don't want to do is take on any new debts before buying a home. New loans or any new credit cards can hurt your approval chances in the home buying process. Another step is getting pre-approved. After you've done your savings, after you've done your credit report, you need to get pre-approved. Once I felt like I've saved enough money and my credit report was pretty good, I started looking out to get pre-approved for a mortgage, because this is really important. It gives you a clear picture of how much house you can afford, and it shows the sellers that you're really serious about buying a home. For me, I decided to work with a mortgage broker because I wanted someone who could help me compare different lenders and get the best interest rate possible. I ended up being pre-approved for a loan that was about 5.25 interest rate at the time, where everybody else was getting the 7%, the 8%, so that was within my budget. I was happy with that. So another thing you want to do is you need to shop around, look through, get, pre-approved from different lenders, mortgage brokers, from banks. I tried my credit union, and that was a no-go. They weren't even compromising. They weren't trying to offer me nothing. And I was like, no. Do not assume that your first offer is the best offer. Always compare interest rates, the fees, the terms, and make sure that you're settling with the best deal possible. So the next thing is finding the right house. This was the most exciting, but the most stressful part. I started looking for homes online, using sites like Zillow and Redfin, and I worked with a real estate agent who helped me narrow down my options based on the budget and the things that I really wanted in my house. So here's the thing, it's easy to get really emotional and fall in love with a house that might be out of your price range or might be out of budget. I definitely had a few moments whereby I was tempted to stretch my budget because, in the DMV, the houses and the pricing was not matching. But I'm glad I didn't stretch my budget, and I did stick to my budget. So you do want to stick to your budget because it's easy to get house fever. But remember, think long term. You are going to be responsible for making these payments. Do not ignore the hidden cost of homeownership, the property taxes, the maintenance, the repairs that come with it, because they will add up pretty quickly. And then the next thing that I did was I made an offer, for closing on my house after seeing a few homes and finding the one that I really liked, that checked on my boxes, a good location, a good price, not a lot of repairs that needed to be done. I made an offer that was slightly under the asking price, and after some negotiations, I settled with a price that I was comfortable with. And once my offer was accepted, the closing process started. This part was overwhelming because of all the paperwork. But my real estate agent and my lender was super helpful. I made sure to review all of the documents carefully. I asked questions when I didn't understand something. I stayed on top of everything because this is literally your life. This isn't just something, you can just up and leave. And here's something I learned the hard way: closing costs. They're not just about the down payment. You also need to factor in things like the inspection fees, the title, insurance, the prepaid taxes, all the fees. Trust me, it was a lot. It was a lot. And doing it on my own, it was a lot. So do get a home inspection, even if the house looks good, even if the house looks perfect, where, there could be some hidden issues that you could have to pay for down the line, and you do not want to do that. I definitely learned a hard lesson with this one. So do not be like me. Don't forget to budget for a closing cost. This can range between 2% or 5% of the home price. So yeah, make sure you factor that in. You can also have a family member gift that to you. I had the opportunity of having someone be able to gift me some part of my closing cost, which was very helpful. So what are my final thoughts and my advice to someone that's looking to buy a home at such a tender age? Because in the end, buying a home at just 25 was a huge accomplishment, but it came with a lot of responsibility. Owning a home means more than just making your mortgage payment. You have to be prepared for unexpected costs, the maintenance. Even something in my garage is beeping right now. So you have to be prepared. Overall, Bo, I am glad that I took the step in investing in my future. So to wrap it up, here are some do's and don'ts for anyone that's looking to buy their first home. Do save aggressively and start saving early. Do work on improving your credit score and wipe off any negative. Do get pre-approved before you start shopping. Some people won't even let you start shopping if you have not been pre-approved. Do stick to your budget, no matter how tempting it is to overspend. Do stay organized and ask questions throughout the process, because you will hate yourself if you don't. Don't take on any new debts while you're trying to buy a home. Don't go looking at those nice cars and all the good stuff. Don't skip a home inspection. Don't forget to budget for the hidden cost that comes with homeownership. And do not get emotionally attached to a house that's outside of your price range. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope this video helped shed some more light in the home buying process, especially for those of you that are thinking about taking that step. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. If you want to discuss or anything, feel free to leave me a comment, and also like and subscribe this video and hit the notification bell, because this would help grow this channel. And until next time, thank you very much.